Hi everyone, it's just me. I wanted to make you I say quick video, but if you know me, my videos, I try to keep them under 3 or 4 minutes, but it seems like I just have a lot of things to say. So I wanted to take time just to make you a quick video and kind of update you in case you're kind of at this point where you're just lost and not really sure what to do, and I could be saying that on many levels. First, let me kind of fill you in with what's going on the Fort Hays front. I've moved home and I'm working from home. I did that about midweek. Our students were told that classes would be moving online and they needed to move out of the dorms. So I have a lot of undergrads that I work with that have needed a lot of support. I can't imagine being 18 years old and even taking online classes and now being told to vacate the dorms in a matter of 48, 72 hours, whatever it is for a lot of these students that are basically being told to move home. And then there's some students that we need to realize don't have a home. That is their home. College is their home. So it's just been a lot of transition. For me personally, my daughter is a senior in high school, and this is a major transition for her. Most of us as adults have coping skills, and it's really difficult to see younger individuals have to use coping skills that are very adult-like in nature. And so that's been a little bit of a struggle, just adjusting to that. And quite honestly, I'm blessed that I'm sitting in my breakfast nook with windows and I can see outside and have sunlight. And I was able to bring my computer monitors home and work from here. In this time of transition, I will tell you, I'm trying to do my best to get online and stay connected with all of you and give you feedback. However, as all this was going on Friday the 13th, I ended 2 classes and was trying to grade for those and wrap those up. And then I began another class on Monday and got that up and going. And then in the transition, I've been trying to move all my stuff home and kind of get reset here and just quite honestly, just get back on track. And it's really difficult to do in light of managing oneself and just not letting yourself get so absorbed in the media, in misinformation, and realizing that your job is just one thing. My job is one thing, and that is to do what the CDC recommended, those 5 items we've seen all over the place, and quite honestly, just to stay home, only do what's necessary. So that self-management has been a big piece, and then also just getting back into the throes of a regular work schedule when you're not in your quote regular work environment. So that is just kind of my small journey, and I wanted to share with you a little bit about the 2 classes that are consistently going on. So MIT813 and MIT885. Those 2 classes are 16-week classes. MIT813, I'm going to be giving you some massive attention next week. You have been left out into the cold for at least the last 10 days, and I apologize, but in the switching of classes, the switching of kind of resetting our lives, it has been crazy. I have been seeing your posts. I really love the political cartoons that you're posting because they're making me laugh and bringing me joy, and I think that that's something that we need. So I want to tell you, thank you for posting those and finding really good political cartoons. So I will be getting back to you this next week and interacting with you and getting back into that setting of being a good steward to you. MIT885, you're in the practicum, and I want to let you know that you're finishing up a lot of your documents this next 10 days or so. Looking at that first week of April, you really should have wrapped up most of your documents. You should be going through an external peer review. And remember, with that external peer review, you do not need to give them access to your site. You actually just need to publish the site and then give them the URL. If I open it up and give them access, they can now edit your site, and you don't really want that. I don't think you want some random person that doesn't know what they're doing out there thinking that they're looking at something and changing something. So when you're ready for that external peer review, please go out, publish your site, and just share the URL with them, and then they can look at your site that way. Also, one smart thing is if you have taken directions off, it's not a big deal, but if you leave your directions on those pages, it's kind of nice because now your peer reviewer knows, oh, this is what they were supposed to do. This was the goal. So consider leaving that on. If you have already taken them off, not a big deal. Some people ask, can I take unnecessary pages off my site? that's completely fine. Like the intro page that means nothing to you or your peer reviewer now, that's completely fine. Just don't take the necessary things off. And lastly, you are not going to see any grades for MIT 885 flow through until I've looked at all your documents, until your advisors looked at all your documents, your peer reviewers have looked at your documents. It defeats the purpose of me grading everything and then having a comp. The comp is me reviewing your entire portfolio. I spend over an hour for each portfolio, review it, and then do your comp. So at least an hour and a half I dedicate just to your portfolio and just to you at the beginning of April. I spend a lot of time digging through it. I want to see all the stuff you've done. So basically, this is one of those situations where you don't have any grades that are flowing into your Blackboard course shell until after your comp. And then I go in and I just start piling the grades in because I've done this massive grading for each one of you. So please be patient with that. You probably only have one grade in there, maybe two. I've looked at all the resumes and your intro video. That's probably the only grades that are in there. So don't freak out. I want to ease your mind with the fact that unless you have not done any work and unless you do not do the comp, you're not going to fail this class. I've done this enough to know if you were not on track, I will be emailing you and saying you're not on track to graduate, you're not on track to get an A in this class. Because remember, we're not comparing each other's portfolios to each other, we're comparing a portfolio to ourselves. It's more that norm ranking. We're looking at how we grew over this process, and that's why that transference reflection is really, really important as we wrap up MIT 885, is the process that you went through to get from point A to B. And it is exponential, and I can't wait to read those. It's honestly the highlight. All of these reflections are the highlight of what I do because I get to see the growth that takes place. So just to reiterate, I'm transitioning as much as you're probably transitioning. I would love to see people posting on the Google community as they find new tools, as you need support. If you have questions, you have a host of experts setting in these classes. Use that community to get out and ask questions. Dig in and ask them, I'm stuck here, I need help with this. Please use those Google communities as sounding boards that you may need right now for support. And if your school has not moved to online delivery, I can't speak for every state, but I'm telling you, it's probably coming. So start thinking about how you will build repositories or how you will record lessons. And right now, I just used Screencast-O-Matic this morning, and it was a quick, less than 10 minutes of information that I was able to deliver, give a screen capture, and then I could have sent out a quiz per se. There's lots of ways to do things. Just remember, less is more. Don't overwhelm people with all these technologies. Use what your students know and just do your best. That's what we can do at this time, is just try to do our very best. So I leave you with this. I'm going to post this in the MIT and 885 communities. If you have questions, please post them below this video. I would love to interact with you. Today I'm getting back into a class that ended a week ago, and I'm trying to get those grades in. It's been tough. It's been tough. So I just wanted to share with you. If you want to make a video and share, if you want to start a Flipgrid as a way to host and post, get that out there. Remember, this community is yours just as much as it is mine. So take care and have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.